Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's live event, How to Experience More Happiness. So, in today's live event, I will share with you what is true happiness, the differences between gratification and happiness, and different ways to take your happiness to the next level. Okay? Happiness is one of the great emotions, right, that we want to experience. So saying it is an emotion, it is something we have to create for ourselves and not something from the outside. Okay? So before we know what happiness is, so we can take the right action step to experience more happiness is you have to know what happiness is. Because happiness doesn't just come to us automatically. You have to learn what happiness is because the knowledge of what happiness is does not come to us automatically when we're born out. But a lot of people think that the moment I born out, I will know what to do to bring myself happiness. But that is not true. Learning how to experience happiness is a topic like any other subject, which means the more you learn about happiness the correct way, then you know what kind of action step that you should take to experience happiness. So the more you learn, the more clear you understand, and the better you can take action step. Because if you don't know what happiness is, we tend to take random action step. And when we take random action step, we tend not to get the result we want to help us experience happiness. And happiness is a very complex area. It's not so simple, straightforward. Okay, it requires a lot of learning and effort into like achieving anything else. But another important thing to understand that in today's society, no one is teaching us about happiness. School do not teach you about happiness, and our parents do not teach us about happiness. So in this case, it's up to us to teach ourselves about happiness, which means we need to self-educate ourselves about happiness. Go out there and take the time to learn about happiness, what you need to do. Because if you don't learn it, again, then you won't know what happiness is, then you don't know what kind of action step you should take to experience happiness. Okay? So in this case, the more you learn about happiness, the more you know, the better you can take action step to help you experience happiness. Okay? So next, I'd like to share with you the differences between gratification and happiness. And that's very tricky right there. A lot of time we get confused between what is gratification and what is happiness. Because why? Because gratification and happiness share similar feelings at the beginning, on the surface level. They give us a sense of good feeling that's very similar for both gratification and happiness. But as you dig deep down, there is a differences between gratification and happiness. Okay? So a very simple distinction between gratification and happiness is that happiness tend to last longer. The things that you experience that is truly happiness, it will last longer. That emotion will last longer. But when it comes to gratification, it does not last as long as happiness. Which means when you get gratification, that feeling will be gone really soon, and then you have to seek soon gratification again really soon. But happiness, when you do something that bring you true happiness, then it will last longer, which means you don't have to take as much action step. Okay. And another thing is that today, in today's society, we are influenced more on gratification and not happiness. And that is another thing that's preventing a lot of us to experience happiness. Okay. And I will share you why today's society is influencing us to experience gratification and not happiness a little bit later as I share with you the differences between happiness and gratification. Okay. So let's start with gratification. Gratification is anything outside of you. When you do things to achieve things that's outside of you, then that is gratification. Because we always hear that happiness is from within, right? Which means it's within you. So anything that you achieve, that you get from the outside, and when you feel that, when you experience that good feeling, that is gratification. So, like for example, when you have more money, you feel good. But money is from the outside. Money is not within you. So that means when you have more money, you feel good, and that is gratification. Or when you get nice car, houses, clothes, or food, because those things are outside of you. And which means when every time those things make you feel good, it's not because you're experiencing happiness, but you are experiencing gratification. And yeah, it will give us a big, very strong emotion of gratification that you might believe that is happiness. But again, remember, we always say that happiness is from within. And those things, nice house, food, a car, money, those things are outside. And I'm not saying that it's bad to get those things, but we have to understand that those things do not bring us happiness, but it brings us gratification, that good feeling of gratification. Okay? In addition to material things, outcome are also considered gratification. So, like for example, if you go to school and you finish school and you get a degree, diploma home, that degree is gratification. Okay, because that degree is just a piece of paper outside of you. So that's not happiness, but that is the gratification that you are experiencing when you see that degree. Okay. Another example will be that is gratification is a promotion. When you get promoted to a better job and you have better title and you make more money and you feel that good feeling, that is gratification because a better title is outside of you. That's not inside of you. And to get more money for a better promotion, money is outside, which means it's gratification. Okay. And now again, sometimes when you get a higher promotion, it will hit you with a strong emotion that make you feel good. And you might think that is happiness, but it's not. Remember, always remember that happiness is from within, which means, and I will share with you more about what is happiness, but those things, a promotion and the degree that you get when you finish school, that is gratification. Okay. Another thing that consider gratification is destination. It's like, for example, when you go to on vacation, okay, go on vacation and you're reaching a destination. A destination is outside of you. So when you get there and you feel relieved or people say happy, but that's not happiness. You're you're experiencing gratification when you are at that destination. Okay. So destination, it could be traveling to some place that's a destination, or even a promotion is also a destination because that's where you want to be promoted, right? Or the degree is also considered a destination. You we reach that destination of getting your degree. So outcome and destination sometimes can be related to each other, but those are gratification. Anything that you experience a good feeling, but that requires something from the outside, then that is gratification. Okay, and that's important to remember. So now, what is happiness? We always hear it, right? Happiness is within. We always hear that, but I don't know if people truly understand what does within mean. Okay? I mean, people say it all the time, but what does that mean? So what does that mean? So happiness comes from within, which means it is the quality that you develop from within you. That is happiness. So, like for example, knowledge and skill. Okay. And when you learn knowledge, it's from within you. You keep forever. No one's gonna take that from you. The skill that you learn, that is from within you. You're gonna keep that forever. That's not from the outside. You keeping that forever within you. So when you learn new things, when you learn new skill, that and you experience a good feeling, then that is more aligned with happiness. Okay. So like for example, let's say that you go to school and get the degree, right? The degree is gratification, that's right, but it's the knowledge and skill that you learn while you're going through college. That is where happiness lies. So, which means you want to make sure you learn successfully, which means you don't want to be so stressed out that you can't learn and absorb information successfully. Because if you are stressing out when you go to college, then you can't learn the knowledge and skill successfully. And if your knowledge and skill is not building up within you, then you're not experiencing happiness. Okay? And so that's why, yes, getting degree, that's great. That's a destination, that's gratification. But you want to experience happiness on the way to get that degree. You want to make sure you learn the knowledge and skills successfully and absorb it in you. And the more you learn in a successful way, the more happiness you will experience. Okay? And the same with promotion. And usually, when you want to get a promotion, most likely you have to learn new knowledge and skill, correct? And when you take the time to learn new knowledge and skills successfully and master it, and when after you master those knowledge and skill and you experience that great emotion, then that is more aligned with happiness. Okay? And because knowledge and skill is no one gonna take it away from you. That's within you forever. Okay, so that is one way to experience more happiness is to increase your knowledge and skill and learn it correctly. The more correctly you learn a certain knowledge and skill, the more happiness, the more great feeling of happiness you will experience. Okay. So another way to increase your happiness from within is your self-esteem and your confidence. Because self-esteem and confidence are emotion from within you. Okay, remember, from within. So you want to take the time to learn to increase your self-confidence and your self-esteem to feel good about yourself. Because when you have high self-esteem, you feel good about yourself from the inside and out. And it does not matter what happened from the outside. When you have high self-esteem, you will always feel good from within yourself. And it doesn't matter what happens from the outside, you'll always feel good. And when you feel good from the inside and not depend on the outside, that is a happiness experience. Okay. And it's the same with self-confidence. Self-confidence is the same when you have the confidence to believe in yourself that you can use your strength and talent successfully. That is an emotion from within. And the more you experience that self-confident emotion, the happier you will become. Okay. Another thing to help you experience more happiness from within is to become a better person, such as become healthier, improve your relationship. When you become a better person, that is you from within, not other people. Okay? If you rely on other people to help you, then that is gratification because you rely on something outside of you. But if you are working yourself to become more positive, more healthy, that is healthy is from within. It starts from within, not from the outside, right? Because if you're eating all this junk food, then inside will be unhealthy. And when your body is unhealthy, your body will feel bad. And when your body feel bad, you will feel bad. And when you feel bad, that's not a good emotion for you to experience, correct? So in this case, you want to always learn to become better and stronger to help you feel better about yourself and from the inside and not rely on others outside to experience happiness. Because remember, anytime you rely on the outside to help you achieve to experience, then that is gratification. Always remember that. Happiness is when you build it from within you and you take the responsibility to do it. Okay? Also, other emotion that is important for us to learn to develop so we can help experience more positive emotion within us is courage, kindness, inner peace. Those are qualities that are within us. And the more we work on to improve those qualities, the more you will feel good. And that good feeling is more aligned with happiness and not gratification because it's from within you. Okay? Other quality that you want to work on is fulfillment, meaning, and life purpose. Those are emotion of human potential. And as a human being, we want to reach our full potential, right? And when we experience fulfillment, when we experience life meaning and purpose, those are very strong emotions that you want to experience as a human being. And so those are emotions you want to work on. Do things, take action, do things to help you fulfill all those within emotion. And the more you work on those emotions that you want to experience, become a better person, increase your knowledge and skill, the more that the good feeling that you're gonna experience is more aligned with happiness. Okay. So, how do we increase our knowledge, skill, self-esteem, and self-confidence, and other things that I just mentioned? Um, the only way for us to experience those more emotions is to take action. Okay? Yes, we might know that we need to have high self-esteem, right? But we need to do something to increase our self-esteem, correct? And that is taking action, which means the more action you take to build those positive emotions, the stronger, the more you will experience those emotions, the more you will experience happiness. Okay? So in this case, remember, happiness is in the doing, not in the destination. Okay? So we say you want to focus on what are you doing? Are you doing something to build those emotions, or are you focusing on the destination? And when you focus on the destination to get as fast as you can get to the destination, then you're focused on the destination and more likely you won't focus on building your emotion. Okay? So how do you increase your knowledge and skill to have more so you can feel good within yourself? Challenge yourself. Do things that you have never done before. When you do things that you have never done before, which means most likely it will require you to learn new knowledge and skill, right? Because if something is challenging, we see as a challenge because we haven't have the knowledge and skill yet. But if we have the knowledge and skill already, then we won't see it as a challenge. But a challenge is when something we don't have the knowledge and skill yet that we need to learn. So in this case, when you challenge yourself, when you do things that are outside of your comfort zone, most likely you will learn new knowledge and skill to become successful. And the more knowledge and skill you learn, the more you will feel good about yourself. And that is within your emotion. And that is important. Okay. So in this case, go out and try and do as many things as possible. Life is filled with many things that you can do. You can't you can't do everything in life. That's just impossible, right? So which means every day is an opportunity for you to learn and try new things, which means every day is an opportunity for you to increase your knowledge and skill. And that is important to remember. Okay. Another way to help you learn new knowledge and skill is by making mistakes. And that's why making mistakes is one of the best way to help you increase your knowledge and skill. Because you know why? One of the reasons why we make mistakes is because we lack a certain knowledge and skill. Because if we already have that knowledge and skill, then we won't make mistakes, right? But we make mistake is because we lack certain knowledge and skill. So which means every time you make a mistake, it tell you exactly what kind of knowledge and skill you need to learn to become more successful. And when you learn that new knowledge and skill, that means you increasing that good feeling from within you. And that is important. That is why making a mistake is one of the best way to gain more knowledge and skill if you are willing to put the effort in to learn it. Okay. So making a mistake is is one of the best way to see what kind of knowledge and skill you can learn to gain more knowledge and skill to experience that sense of good feeling within you. Okay. Another way to help you learn new knowledge and skill is to set high expectation goal. High expectation goal is when it's like you think as high as possible because you know why? Even if you never meet your high expectation goal, you will learn a lot more knowledge and skill than comparing to another person who set low expectation goal that doesn't require you to learn a lot of new knowledge and skill because the goal is small, is low, right? So even if you never reach or achieve your high expectation goal, you will still learn a lot of new knowledge and skill. And that is the key right there. The key is to learn new knowledge and skill, and that is important. So for example, when I was younger, when I first started out learning about personal development, I was attending a seminar training on personal development. And one of the mentor told the mentee, and he said this, the one of the best way to learn new knowledge and skill is to set a goal to achieve $1 million. And here's what he said. It is not the $1 million goal that is the outcome, that's the true benefit, but it is the learning and effort and the knowledge and skill that require you to learn in order to achieve that $1 million. Because to achieve $1 million, it takes a lot of learning, of new skill, and a lot of effort to become successful. So in this case, it's the learning and effort and the personal growth that you do to achieve that $1 million, that is the key right there. That's where the happiness lies. It is not the $1 million. Remember, the $1 million is just money. It's outside, right? Which means it's gratification. So it's good to have the $1 million, but the end goal is happiness, and in order for you to experience happiness, you have to learn new knowledge and skill to grow yourself. And that's what he said. Is when you set high expectation goal, it is not the outcome that matter. It is the learning and development that you'll gain at the end. That is where you will experience that good feeling of happiness feeling from within you. Okay? So that's some ways, and there's so many other ways to help you learn new knowledge and skill, right? But that's are just some common way to help you to go out and strive to do and learn more. Okay. So how do we increase our self-esteem and confidence to give us that boost of good feeling? Some way is to take action on what you believe. Remember, your belief is you, because self-esteem and self-confidence is about you, and that's why they have the word self. Self means about you. So every time you have a great idea, then you want to take action because that is your instinct. That is you. That is telling you to take action. And remember, so the more you take action on what you believe is right for you at the moment, the higher your self-esteem become. Because it does not matter if you have a negative or a positive outcome, that's not happiness, right? Because out positive or negative outcome is gratification because outcome is something outside of you. But when you take action in your own belief, that means you grow in your belief, you grow in your idea, which means you grow in yourself to experience that good feeling within you. Okay, and that's more aligned with happiness. And also, take action to achieve your goals and dreams, especially your dreams. Your dreams is from your heart. Your heart is telling you to do certain things. And when you do things that align with your dream, that align with your heart, then that means from within you. And the more action you take that align with your heart, which is within you, the more happiness you will experience. Like that again, even though you have dreams and goals that you might never reach, but as long as you're taking action, right, to get closer to it, then you are fulfilling your heart. You are fulfilling your heart by taking action. So that means you will experience happiness. No matter if you never reach your goal, if you keep taking action every single day, you will experience that good feeling of happiness every single day. Because remember, to achieve your goal is a destination. To achieve your dream is a destination. And the destination is referring to gratification. Okay? So keep that when you have that understanding, it will push you, it will motivate you to take more action to achieve your goal and dream. And that is important. Taking action is the key. Okay? So another way to increase your self-esteem is to create your own lifestyle. Because to create your own lifestyle, you have to understand you, right? Within you of what you want and what you want to do. So by creating your own lifestyle, you are fulfilling your heart desire, which is your goal and dream, and what your true value and core. And so when you have your value within you, that is happiness. And when you're taking action, when you're creating the lifestyle that you want that align with your core value and belief, then that is happiness right there because your value is within you. Your belief is within you. So when you take action that relate to your belief and your core value, then you are experiencing that good feeling of happiness that's more aligned with happiness. Okay? And remember, the outcome of your lifestyle, remember, is a destination. Okay, you might want to do this, reach this, or develop a certain way, but that is the outcome, which means more relying with gratification. So, so when you if you might never create the ideal lifestyle, but if you are taking action daily to try to get there, then that you will experience happiness every day. Because remember, happiness is about taking action that align with within you. Okay. So those are some ways to help you increase your self-esteem and self-confidence. Next, how do you become a stronger and better person from within? So you can experience that great emotion, right? Improve yourself. Like I already give you example before. Improve your health. When you eat healthy, then your body from within will feel healthy. And when your body feel healthy, you will feel healthy and you will feel good from within you. Okay? And that is important. Um, it doesn't matter what kind of life you have. If there is something that you need to improve, such as your communication, to you can talk better with others. Communication is another skill, right? That is what that you will keep forever within you if you learn to improve it. Once you have those communication skill within you, that means and then you can go out and communicate other with other people better. Okay, and that is important. Again, this also refers to personal development. Again, we are human beings, which means we will never truly know everything about ourselves because we are not perfect. When we are not perfect, which means there will always be something that we can learn more to improve ourselves. No matter how great you might think you are, no matter how many talent you think you have, we are not perfect, which means there will always be an opportunity for you to learn new knowledge and skill, not only to keep it from within you, but to become a better person. Because again, the more knowledge and skill you have, not only help you become more successful in life, but help you become a better and stronger person in your life. Okay? So always be curious and seek out to understand new things. The more you understand new things, new perspective, the more you will understand yourself, the better you can make better decisions to create help you create the lifestyle you want so you can experience that positive emotion within you. Okay? So, how do we increase our courage, kindness, appreciation, or inner peace? Those are more spiritual aspects. So, one great way to increase those positive emotions is to do small act of kindness. Okay, small act of kindness. If you do it consistently, it will build up your kindness, appreciation, and inner peace. Like kindness is when you do things for others that people need help, right? That is kindness. And the more you do that, the more you'll feel good within yourself because kindness is an emotion from within you. Okay? Appreciation. When you do small act of kindness, you start to appreciate the thing that you do in life. Okay? Inner peace. Inner peace is when you work on yourself to increase your inner peace and you find out that the world will start to you start to approach life a little bit differently when you are inner peace. When you have peace within yourself, you tend to approach life as more peaceful, and that is the point. So, like again, if you want to experience happiness, small act of kindness, to increase your kindness and to appreciation inner peace, small act of kindness is important. Which means if you small act of kindness mean if you go around your neighborhood and if there's something that you can do to improve your neighborhood, that is small act of kindness. So like for example, you can go and pick up a piece of trash to improve your surrounding, your neighborhood, your community. That is small act of kindness. And yes, sometimes a small act of kindness might not give you that great feeling at the moment, but the more you do it, it will build up to a point that you will experience a great feeling from within you that's aligned with happiness. Because remember, when you do small act of kindness, it will increase your kindness, it will increase your appreciation, it will increase your inner peace because you know that you're doing the better things for your community, for others, society, and the world. Okay? So, and the last one is how do we create fulfillment, life, meaning, and purpose? Those are the great feeling of human potential, right? And we want to experience those within us. So, how do we do that? One of the best way to create life meaning and purpose is to help yourself and others through your strength and talent. And this is the key right here. It's not about helping others on anything. That's like small act of kindness already. But this is more referring to your strength and talent. So whatever strength and talent that you have, and if you use it successfully to help yourself and others, you will start to feel fulfillment, life, meaning, and purpose. And that is called human potential. Human potential is when you are able to fulfill yourself and your strength and talent is within you. And when you can use that successfully to help yourself and others, society and the world, then that is called life meaning and purpose. And that is called fulfillment. And the more you do that, the more action you take on your strength and talent to help yourself and others, you will experience those great emotions of fulfillment, life meaning, and purpose. And when you can experience that on a daily basis, when you go out and help others, that's one of the greatest feelings that you can ever experience. Okay. And the good thing about today is that it doesn't matter all the areas that I just shared you about happiness, learn new knowledge and skill, self-esteem and self-confidence, becoming a stronger, better person, courage, kindness, appreciation, and inner peace, meaning and purpose. The great thing about the 21st century is a lot easier than we might think. Because why? Because in the 21st century, we have the internet, we have the advanced technology that allow us more knowledge, that give us more resources to help us experience those emotions more easily. Comparing to the 20th century, where we didn't have access to the internet or the advanced technology. Okay, and that's the good thing. It's easier than you might think than in the 20th. So if you have a hard time creating life meaning and purpose in the 20th century, if you give it another try in the 21st century, you will get better results. Okay, because that's the great thing about the 21st century. Okay, so the great thing about happiness is that you guarantee yourself happiness. And that's what we want. We want to be in control of our happiness, right? Because we don't want it to be gone, right? But if we focus on gratification, it could be taken away from us anytime. So, like for example, gratification is money. People can take your money away, which means your money is not guaranteed. Well, you're not guaranteeing your happiness if money can be taken away, or you have nice house or car. People can come and take your house and car away. Then that's not guaranteeing your happiness, and that is not okay. Or we go on vacation to a destination. If the destination doesn't exist anymore, how can you guarantee your happiness, right? Or like promotion. If your boss never give you a promotion, then you can't guarantee your happiness. Okay? So this way, happiness is that you are in control of your happiness. No one can create happiness than but you. And that's the great thing. You want to be in control of your happiness. So no one can take it away from you. What you create when it comes to your happiness, you keep. And that is what you want. You want to guarantee. You don't want to rely on other people to give you happiness. Because if you rely on other people, that's not from within, right? People is outside. And if you rely on them, then they're not gonna give you happiness because that's from the outside. So if you rely on others, then whatever they make you feel, then that's not happiness. That's gratification because you're counting people that's outside of you. Okay? So in this case, you have to take responsibility to create, to take action on your own happiness. Because like again, if you don't take action to build those positive emotions, then you won't experience happiness. It does not matter how much people help you, how much people do things for you. Those things, people is outside of you, which means no matter how much they help you, you will not experience those emotions until you start taking action for yourself because your happiness is your emotion from within. It is your emotion that will bring you happiness. And people can increase that emotion more successfully than you. And that's the great thing. Even though we have to take responsibility for or taking our action, but when you do take responsibility and take action, no one can take it away. And that's the great thing about happiness. Okay? And when you are truly in control of your happiness, you are empowering yourself. Empowerment is it's like self-esteem. You empower yourself that you can do this because your happiness is all up to you. And when you take responsibility and know that you can create your own happiness, and that's the only way, right? Then you are empowering yourself every single day. And when you are feeling empowered, that's one of the great feeling because you are in control of your happiness and you want to guarantee your happiness. Okay, you don't want to rely on other people, and because remember, first of all, when you rely on other people, you're not going to experience happiness because other people is outside, but happiness is from within. As we always say, happiness is from within, which means it is the positive emotion that you have to take control of to grow it, to experience it. And you are the only person can do that. Okay? So that's the end for today's event to help you experience more happiness. And I hope it will take your happiness to the next level. Okay? So thank you for joining today, and I will see you the next live event.